Morning, it's Celeste of Astrology by Celeste, and I'm here with the Astro and the Oracle program. And in this program, I'm going to talk a little bit about the astrology, and then I'm going to pull cards for Oracle guidance to help us navigate this week. You're going to listen for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign for a 3-card reading. And I am using the Gold Lyre Tarot this week. This deck is by Microcosm Pub. Yes, it is. It's really a beautiful deck, and it's so perfect for this energy because we had a Leo full moon on Sunday, and the sun rules the sign of Leo. Gold is associated with Leo. It's a time where I hope you are feeling a sense of pride about some of your accomplishments, and take some time to sit down and review what you've done and accomplished over however many years you want to do. It's just a great time to think about that heart-centered sense of how you shine your light and feeling good, feeling some pride and satisfaction about it. Yes, yes. Hi, everyone. Hi, Martina from France. It's so good to see you, and D. Tuggle and everyone, and Rio and Eddie and everyone. Tony on the trails. All right, Tony and Ridiculisa. Hi, everyone. Hey, Vivian. So good to see everyone this morning. So let me jump into it. Yeah, do I have any announcements? I don't. Well, you know what? I do have one announcement. There is an Emergence series, and you can see it on my wall where myself and several other astrologers, and it's free, have talked about the Saturn Neptune conjunction, which is the biggest aspect of the year, where structures, authority, things are dissolving, and tools to recognize it, what's coming up. It's called the Emergence series. You can go to Astrology Heals YouTube page and watch them all. Marina Orms has put this together. And if you're local in the Bay Area, I am going to be on a panel for the New Living Expo. And, I should put this in my link in bio. But you can go to my website for this one and see it on my events page. And it's in San Rafael in April 17th through 19th. And I'm on a panel with Gemini Brett and the Leo King. And there might be someone else. I'll have to figure this all out. But we're going to be talking about the astrology. Yes, I've never met the Leo King. So this is going to be an interesting event. Okay, so let's jump into it. And as I mentioned, this time has been really, really intense. I hope you're taking care of yourself, but it's also joyful and delightful. It's really interesting how when you see two things coming together, it depends on your chart when you're feeling what energies and whatnot. So people who have things early in the fixed signs, like between 0 and 5, probably have been really feeling that Mars, Pluto, and Aquarius coming together. So if you have a planet in Aquarius, are you feeling like this subconscious need to assert your power or some level of control related to that planet, or anger, or like a lot of frustration with Mars? And let me see, I wrote some notes about this. Yeah, rage. Are you feeling rage about anything? Yeah, a lot of people are enraged about these Epstein files and whatnot. Yeah, so that's a lot of intensity. And they came together, and there was a gibbous moon, which the moon is pregnant with possibilities, and then it was in Gemini, and this huge dump of all of these files came out. And these things are so Mars Pluto, disgusting. Like, there's themes of just horror. I don't even want to get into it. You could read up on it, but protect your nervous system. It's things that are unimaginable, the unspeakable done to young people. And then Yeah, so you might be really feeling that energy. But if you have things later on in the signs, Venus and Mercury met at 14 degrees of Aquarius last week. And Venus is a benefic. It entertains, it pleases, it delights, and Mercury communicates. So hopefully if you have anything around, 10, 15, 16, you had some fun over the weekend and stuff. I couldn't stop dancing. My boo took me out for dinner, and we went out to a bar afterwards, and we had such a good time. I mean, it was just so much fun, so delightful. Like, I had all this pent-up inner energy and chi that just needed to move, and then we continued the dance party at home. It was just a lot of fun as we moved to this Leo full moon, where the sun in Aquarius, the sign of groups, friends, the collective, community. Yeah. And we went to a place called the Stork Club, and I make all these connections. This is how my brain works. The Aquarius energy of the Stork Club, kind of thing. And the moon in Leo. And storks bring babies, and Leo's associated with children. I didn't make that till just now. So it was just like a perfect place. It's a place I've walked by 1,000 times and never been in. And it was a cool, fun little club. Yes. But anyway, that's not important with the story. The moon in Leo, the sun, and that Mars, Pluto, plus the Venus and Mercury in Aquarius opposing this. So this axis of the entertainer, the performer, the special one, these are Leo symbologies. The golden child opposite the Aquarius, like the group and the collective, systems, tech, all this kind of stuff. So there was like this big, full exposure and a lot of these elite kind of special ones. And this is all setting up what's coming. Got some full reveals, or all these names that are in the files, and a bunch of people have been dealing with this. Lord Mountbatten or something like that in England has been referred to the police for what was in these files about him giving English information about their finances to Epstein. Yeah, there's there's other people who are dealing with consequences of them thinking, it's delightful to do that sort of thing that was being done. Yeah, so that's one of the big stories. And as we moved into this full moon, Uranus was stationing to go direct, and it went direct yesterday. And I had a delightful thing happen. Well, look into how Uranus is in your chart. Depends on how you experience Uranian energy. I have, because some people consider it a malefic, but it can bring surprises, like when you get engaged, that's Uranian, as well as when you trip and fall. But, look at where it is in your chart will speak to how you probably experience Uranian things. And I have Uranus in a trine, which is smooth, easy flowing energy, with my Venus and my Mars. And Venus rules my 11th house, Mars my 10th. So work stuff is often involved when Uranus is doing something in the sky. And when it's doing something nice, I get nice things. Yeah. And one of my teachers Rebecca Gordon had me teach for her cosmic clinic. I'm proud and I'm going to brag. Yes, I am. That's what you do when the moon is in Leo. Well, we've had a full moon in Leo. Now it's in Virgo. So yeah. So I had this little delightful thing happen with this. Oh, Uranus is conjunct your midheaven, Sarah. Are you an astrologer, Sarah, for your job? How does that show up in your life? With Uranus at your midheaven, that means you most likely feel like you don't like being told what to do. You want to chart your own path. You do something original with your work. You may be, you work for yourself maybe because you don't want to have a boss telling you what to do. Thank you. Oh, you're a gardener. What sign is Uranus in? Do you have your own business, Sarah? Oh, moving the energy out of your body, enjoy. Yes. And occasionally I have these like rage fits about what's going on. Yeah, like the dollar being destroyed, Uranus in Taurus. But, trying to, have some joy too is so, so, so important. Yes, so Sarah's self-employed as a gardener, Uranus conjunct or midheaven. That's like you want to do your own thing, chart your own path. First house, Savantra, you're a uniquely individual person. Yeah, there's with Uranus in your first house, there is, you're your own unique individual person, something different or quirky about you. I think you are an astrologer. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What else? Oh, the crowds versus the authorities. It's so interesting that the Grammys, was on Sunday. And one of the things about the Grammys, I wanted to talk about the different things about Uranus. So let me make this concise so we can move on. But okay, Uranus stationing direct. And Uranus rules things like elections. It also has, like we're just talking about, like really unique individuals. It has tech, rebellions, and shocks are also Uranian, lightning strikes. So on Sunday, Steven Spielberg, who's a celebrity, of course, Leo full moon, he won a Grammy, his first. So now he's an EGOT, this small group of people who have won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. They are this unique, like, Uranian group of performers and entertainers who go up into this, like, stratosphere, outer space kind of situation. So, like, Whoopi Goldberg is an EGOT, and I can't remember any of the others, but you can put them in the chat if you remember the EGOTs. There are like 20 of them at the most or something. Rita Moreno is an EGOT. Yeah, there are most of them. So he propelled, think about how Uranus is outer space, and he was propelled to a next level by becoming an EGOT with Uranus stationing direct. So that's an example of Uranus. In terms of rebellion, they told all these celebrities, don't say anything political at the Grammys, and many of them had talked about frozen water again and again, and how it can go to hell. Yes. So that was another thing, another protest about ICE. Yes. In terms of elections, yesterday, the president, the big story of Uranus going direct, the president talking about how we're going to nationalize elections. And no, we are not. Elections are handled by the states, but he's trying to, take over so they can steal the elections. Absolutely. So that's something. So now the plan has been hatched, and now they're taking action to try to steal elections. In Georgia, they went to Fulton County and are taking all these ballots that have been counted like 3 times, and they're going to try to do some funny business about that. But yeah, I don't think they're going to win. No, I don't. Yeah, they seized the voting records. This is the next level of the plan being launched, and it's going direct. So notice if you were thinking about something and you kind of been stalling about it, and it's some like big like thing that will help you break barriers, and now you start to get forward momentum to move it forward, to take the action and that kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, this is one. So the Melania movie bombed. Nobody went to see it. It made like $8 million and cost like $75 million or something like that. So a movie is a Leo thing, and it got a lot of attention and all these memes and things like that. And it's a bomb. Uranus is associated with like bombs dropping. Yeah. So there's that one. And then people started watching Michelle Obama's Becoming on Netflix again. It's from 2020. And like a call went out to watch it, and I saw the call, and I hadn't seen it before, so I watched it. It's really good. It's a really good documentary. And with Jupiter in Cancer, it brought back all this nostalgia when we lived in a country that wasn't a disgrace to the rest of the world and trying to destroy the whole world order and bring World War III into now. Yeah, it was really, really nice watching that. That's my opinion. Yeah. And then Netflix is playing around. It got up to like number 6 in the top 10 of Netflix always puts their top 10 movies. And yesterday they took it and put it into a children's category. So it's number 4 in children's. So, because I don't know if someone from the White House called them and said the president doesn't like seeing Michelle Obama in the top 10 when his wife has empty theaters around the world when nobody wants to see that claptrap that they put out. And so they're playing around, and Venus is coming to square Uranus on Sunday. So we'll see if the call comes out from churches, black churches around the country, to boycott Netflix. And then we start like cutting the cord. And yeah, if it gets cut, it's not coming back. They're going to get the Target treatment and the Disney treatment. They play around. I haven't looked this morning, but they better put it back where it belongs. And I have a feeling if the boycott starts, it's going to go international and lots of people are going to join. Yeah. So they can play around. We'll see what happens. Yes, the U.S. has been a villain on the global stage for quite a while, but it's like really magnified. Even people in America know. We did not, well, I did, a lot of people did not perceive the country doing these ills, Yeah, well, yeah, I should, you're right. You're right. Okay. Yeah. And the UN announced yesterday or Tuesday that because they're not paying, or the U.S. is not paying its dues, they're about to collapse. They're going to have to close their U.S. headquarters and go away. So that's an institution that's coming down with Saturn and Neptune. So these are some of the stories in the news. Eat with your hands. I love that. Yeah. Empire's going to empire. Yeah. Yeah. But at least when the U.S. was doing what the stuff it shouldn't be doing, there were things like trying to help other countries, like with USAID and things like that have all now been totally taken away. So it's just all the bad stuff, none of the good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It's just the mask is off. The mask is off, and it's off for everyone. The Saturn Neptune is happening at the IC of the United States, and the United States has a Libra IC, so at the top of the chart. So that's like what you show the world, the most public part of the chart. And this image of upholding democracy, trying to, keep the world a more peaceful place with Libra up there, justice, fairness, balance, democracy. Democracy is more Aquarian, but the fairness, trying to, and justice for all kind of energy is the image that we portray to the world. And we have Saturn exalted in Libra. So using the authority under the guise that it's all good. Well, opposite is the IC. And the IC is in Aries. So underneath it all, at the personal midnight, there's something down there about Aries energy, which is like pioneering and doing things in being a first in a lot of things. And the United States has also been a first in a lot of things. But there's also the violence of this yippee-ki-yay MFer energy where everybody wants to have a gun or 10 or 50 in their back pockets. In certain parts of the country, there is, that imperialism, just going out and taking what you want. Yeah, at the root. And so when Saturn goes into Aries, we're going to be having our Saturn opposition this summer, and it's going to be sustained because Saturn in the sky is going to stop at 14 Aries, and our natal Saturn in the U.S. Sibley chart is at 14 Libra. This is exact July 26th, but it's going to be a scorching hot summer in July. Be mindful. If you're doing anything in July, it's going to have a Saturnian nature to it, like a month before and a month after, because Saturn is stationing. So if like you're planning outdoor parties, you may want to think about the fact it may be, depending on where you are, scorching hot. And think about adding extra water or tents or something to protect your guests and things like that. Otherwise, people may be feeling very miserable. There's also probably going to be a lot of fires this summer. Yeah. Smoky, really smoky with that. Neptune in Aries will be at 4 degrees, sextile Uranus and Pluto in air signs. Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius, making this little mini grand trine, a cosmic wedge. I think the air somewhere is going to be really, really bad. Yeah, we'll see how it is. Anyway, but Jupiter will be in Leo, so we may have a lot of fun anyway, but we might have to wear masks for some reason. Yeah, to protect our lungs. Lung health is something to work on. Yeah, lung health. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Now I'm on hey, Ben Brujo. So good to see you. Yeah. Well, yes, lipstick on. Yes. Oh, Idiocracy. You know, I have never seen Idiocracy, but I've seen scenes from it. Yeah, I know. So with Saturn Neptune meeting at the IC, the balloon pops and you see things for how they really are. Like the propaganda has worked on me somewhat, a lot. Yeah, whatever. But, people's eyes are opening to how things really, really are. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Empire's gonna empire. No kidding. Yes. And I think I said everything. Yeah. Oh, and Kate, today's word of the day is martyr. And yesterday, that decomposing corpse in the White House, when asked about things about the Epstein files, told Caitlin, just went off on this reporter from CNN, Caitlin Collins, talking about how she's a young woman and he's never seen her smile. And it was so grotesque. And so, I do occasionally erupt in fury about the people who are subjecting us to this decomposing corpse on a daily basis. Yes, I do. I get really mad. Yeah. And I think about some of the people I know support this guy. And, it makes me mad. As well as the strangers. Because he is just so awful in every way. And the young people, especially young men, are role modeling this behavior. I wish some old turkey would tell me, while I'm trying to do my job, complain about me not smiling. But they wouldn't say that about me because I'm always smiling. But anyway, she took one for the team yesterday, being abused in this situation and having to keep her composure and do her job. So I'll give her the martyr of the day. Yeah. Uranus is also about shocking crimes. And hopefully Samantha Guthrie, the celebrity journalist, her mother will be found. She was kidnapped. Yeah. Okay, let's do the cards. Hopefully this was interesting, the astrology. Now we're moving to a last quarter moon in Scorpio, which will be on Monday. And so Venus will square Uranus on Sunday. So this can be, and Uranus is on Algol, that fixed star. So Medusa type characters. Oh, yesterday or the day before, Marjorie Taylor Greene talked about how MAGA was just a big lie. Yeah, that was very Medusa-like, or more like Lilith. So Medusa-like, and like she beheaded the MAGA movement, telling people it was just a bunch of lies, and she was a, what do you call it, congressperson. And it's also Lilith, won't be subservient. Yeah, and she's got Leo energy. I think she's got a Leo moon, so full moon in Leo. She's out talking trash. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? I can't remember. But the last quarter moon in Scorpio, Ghislaine Maxwell is going to be testifying behind closed doors to Congress. She's supposedly going to just take the fifth. But it would be wild if she decided to oh, that would be something if she decided to fess up. But we'll see. She's under like a Uranian transit, which can bring reversals. We'll see. She'd probably just keep her mouth shut. Mercury's in Pisces, but one can dream. Okay, let's pull the cards from the Gold Lyre Tarot. And you're going to listen for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign for a 3-card reading. Yes, yes. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Tony. Oh, and Sarah, yes, my pleasure. Okay. So Aries, your card is the Chariot. So Aries, Neptune is now in your sign. Whether you are a sun, moon, or rising, the Chariot is associated with the sign of Cancer. And so what do you want to accomplish by June? This is Aries time because Saturn and Neptune is meeting in this sign. And how are you going to make your dreams, Neptune, a reality? What do you need to do in terms of, like, the Chariot is about getting ready, harnessing all your will, and going for what you want. So think about that. Do you need to do anything with your car? Do you need to change your oil, get gas? I really highly recommend everyone fill their gas tanks. Keep your gas tank full. Keep your devices charged through March 3rd till we see what's going to happen with these eclipses. Yeah, because the solar eclipse squaring Uranus could be like outages of power things or tech things. So just be mindful. I would say that. And yeah. And on this card, it's like it's horses in the Rider-Waite, but yeah, what heart things make your heart sing? And we just had a Leo full moon, a little Leo full moon. So think about that, Aries. Yeah. Let me see if I want to say anything else about that. The Chariot. I have my notes here. Yeah. Victory. What do you need to bring victory into your life? What will make you feel victorious? What has made you feel victorious in the past? Yeah. Ooh, Taurus, King of Swords. Wow, Taurus. Yeah, so the King of Swords with Taurus, Uranus is going direct in Taurus for the last time. So between now and April 25th, you are finishing up the remodeling, the complete deconstruction potentially and remodeling of the house where you have Taurus, and also look to where you have Uranus in your natal chart. The story is happening in both those places and what Uranus is doing in your chart. The King of Swords. What are the next actions that you need to complete to finish this Uranian breakthroughs in this area of your life, or breaking away from certain things? What do you need to get rid of with this energy, or like up level I'm feeling with this King of Swords. Thinking about that plan. Uranus went into Taurus in 2018 and it's getting ready to move out of this sign. So think about what's been going on since then in that area of your chart. Think about if you have anything in Taurus, what happened when Uranus came to meet it, if you know enough about your chart. Or just think about it. Like if your sun is in Taurus, like me, you can think about how your identity has changed. My identity has changed quite a bit since Uranus went into Taurus. I'll tell you that. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to say anything else? Yeah. Use some clear thinking to, it's in your 6th house. So have you completely renovated your routines, your rituals, your work? Do you have a pet that is Uranian in some way that looks really funny, like a hairless cat? Or a bulldog. Oh, these like English bulldogs are so cute. My little Debo was half English bulldog. I would not get one because of their health issues, but they are so cute on Instagram. I'll tell you that, with that little potato body. Yes, they are. Okay. Gemini, it popped out. You got the Strength card. And Gemini, you absolutely need to get your strength together because Uranus is coming into your sign. This card is associated with the sign of Leo. So Gemini, think about what came to your conscious attention at this Leo full moon, about how you shine your light or do not. Because opposite sign of Aquarius, with all that Aquarius stuff going on, that's a trine to Gemini because they're both air signs. Like, how can you, Pluto is there, like, giving you help. It's bringing and earthing things to your conscious attention so that you can make changes or recognize or do deep healing about certain areas of your life. And with the Strength card, we're talking about inner strength. And I would really recommend Gemini rules the lungs. Think about, what do you want to use it's an air sign, use your voice for going forward. Yeah, I would think about that and think about your inner strength and I'm getting also your physical health. Let me see if I want to say anything else about the Strength card. It's a number 8. Yeah, it's just courage. Courage is my word of the year. How can you have courage as Uranus comes into your sign, where your sun, your moon, and your rising are there? And Uranus can bring awakenings. It also can bring some upheaval, surprises. Like if it's coming to your moon, maybe you're going to move when it gets there. Yeah. So you can think about, preparing. But it's also like, or it could just bring up all this childhood stuff to your conscious attention that you need to psychologically deal with. Yeah. Like a sibling is a Gemini topic. A sibling could say something to you when Uranus goes into Gemini and it like shatters your mind because you didn't know that this happened and it makes you think about your childhood differently or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Julia, yes. Healing breakthrough today. Wonderful. Yes. Oh, you're a Gemini. Oh, good, Tony. Yes. Gemini midheaven. So if you have Gemini on the midheaven, Uranus takes 7 years to go through a sign. So if the earlier it is, the more likely you are going to feel an internal need to make changes in your career sector. A lot of times people change jobs when Uranus is going through their 10th house. Yes. It also, the 10th house, I look at it and it's also the mother. So, or you can think about when Uranus gets to your midheaven, it's opposite your IC, which is home, family, and foundations. So there can be themes around, changes with your mother. Like maybe if your dad passed away, you go home and she's got a new boyfriend, a smile on her face, looking good, and she is has a whole new, brand new life and attitude. Who knows? Or she's just by herself and just tickled pink and happy as a clam. Oh, you have, hey, Wreck and Rally Rose, so good to see you. Gemini in the 8th. So Uranus going through your 8th with Chiron. Oh, that's going to bring up a lot of childhood stuff and healing. Okay, so for Cancer, you got the 9 of Cups. This is the wish card. Wishes come true. So Cancer, what do you want to bring to your life? And Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer. So Jupiter is a planet of abundance, and it goes direct on March 10th. So really use this energy. I'm a Cancer rising, and it has been delightful, except for the weight gain of Jupiter in my first house, except for the weight gain. And sometimes when I get a little anxious, the emotions or angry is bigger than it normally would be. So that's something. Everything has a negative, but a lot of opportunities. Yeah. Because this Saturn and Neptune is in your 10th house, so there could be some new opportunities to up level, sustained effort bringing you success, but and you feeling like, oh, you're getting more exposure and whatnot. Yeah. Yes. Hey, Anna. Nice to see you. Yeah. Oh, and with Uranus stationing direct, I've never called that man a decomposing corpse before, but I'm so angry about how he has been treating women lately. It's gotten to me. Whatever. That's how I feel. I'm just being my authentic self with Uranus direct. Okay. So for Leo, the High Priestess. Yes, Leo. Oh, you just had your full moon. What intuitive hits have you gotten about where you need to go next? What changes? Yeah, you're just getting, what insights are you getting for yourself with the High Priestess? This card is the moon. So it thinks about intuition, body knowledge. Yes, all of that sort of thing. Are you being mysterious? Yeah, the mysteries of life. Did you solve a mystery of life with this full moon? And get ready, Leo, because August 12th, there is going to be a solar eclipse in Leo. Now, the South Node's going to be there. So this can be a time to turn inside out, especially if you're a Leo rising. Show people your stuff, what you really got underneath it all. Maybe you'll be unveiling something. Jupiter's going into Leo. The 29th. Now the South Node is coming, so that's going to be a clearing. So you're going to need to think about, what needs to be cleared out. And you're really it's going to come up to your conscious attention how you move through life with these positive, the high road, the low road, and in between with your Leo energies. Yes. So just get ready. Be prepared. Is there something you really want to launch or something like that? Yeah, when Jupiter goes into Leo around then, maybe, depending on your chart, come for a reading if you want to dive into it. A good time for you. Yeah. Oh, you got a Leo moon and rising. Oh, okay. So you're all Leos. Okay, Savantra. Hopefully you have something really fun planned. Because you're the 12th. Yeah, your sun is being eclipsed, essentially. It's a few degrees off, but there could be some nice things. But with the South Node, you just have to be aware the South Node's there. So it might be about releasing things and consolidating for you. Okay. Ooh, Virgo, you got the 5 of Wands. This is a card of conflict and competition. And, yeah, but think about Virgo. Think about your inner conflict that's been coming up within you. Yeah, you're going to have the next full moon will be a lunar eclipse in Virgo. Fives are, there's something about change, potentially conflict that's that's coming up inside you. Just be aware. Okay, so Mercury is going to square Uranus tomorrow. So Mercury rules Virgo. I really highly suggest Virgo with Uranus direct, be mindful. If you're writing an email and then all this stuff starts coming out where you're detailing every single thing this person did wrong or blah, 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 you might want to gather yourself and save it as a draft before you send it, because you could send out launch some kind of missile with this Five of Wands energy. And then when Venus squares Uranus, it could be a problem, like you're fired or your relationship has upheaval. So just be mindful. There's energy of conflict and it may feel very subconscious, and then you push that send button and then you wish you could take it back. So just be careful. Also, be really, really careful about accidentally sending someone the wrong thing, because Uranus, anytime something stations, the energy is intensified. And Uranus, it could bring some upheaval. I accidentally texted the wrong person stuff yesterday. So if you're bad mouthing your sister and you think you're sending it to your mother, you could be sending it to your sister. So just be mindful. Be really careful with electronics, with messaging, Virgo. Yeah. If you don't want to have a battle, yeah. You don't want strife and conflict. Yeah. And let's do Libra. Oh, you just got fired after a work injury. Oh, no. Virgo in the 11th house. Yeah, let me look at all the... No, Anna, I feel like you have control over the ability to have this conflict. You don't have to have the conflict. Yeah, just be careful with communications. Yes. Okay, just be careful. And think, is this really... How is this going to be perceived? Do I want this reaction? Sometimes it feels really good to tell someone off, but afterwards you have to deal with the fallout. Well, Libra got 3 of Wands. This is a great energy. So maybe you just have some tension about where you want to move through where you want to move to next. 3 of Wands, you're looking out over what next action needs to happen to achieve your goals. Yeah. So this is about expansion. What do you need to do to expand? And sometimes you need conflict. Say you've got a vendor who is just not performing. You can just cancel their contract. Yeah. Or something like that. You might need the conflict. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Anna says, get yourself a reading. Celeste is wonderful, insightful, kind, and sassy. Yes, I am. All these things. Yeah. Okay. So preparation, Libra, and think about where you want to expand next. Absolutely. Venus will move into Pisces next week. And so for Tauruses and it will meet the North Node. Tauruses and Libras, Venus rules the sign, and Pisces is exalted. There can be nice things lifted up. It's Monday. Venus rules into Pisces. Notice if you get any kind of gift or anything. Next week's podcast is called Big Little Lies. So, Ooh, Scorpio, you got the Emperor card. So what empires do you want to conquer next? Or what are you building for your empire? Absolutely. Think about, this is a Mars card. Mars rules Scorpio. It's in the sign of Aquarius, which is a square. So Mars is squaring your Scorpio placements. There may be some inner tension to take action, to use your energy and your drive to achieve goals, to achieve things. And just be excited about what you're going to do next. Oh, D, you're a Scorpio rising. I love that. Let me see if I want to say anything else about the Emperor. And like, it's a 4 card. So what foundations do you need to be? Yeah. What solid foundations do you need? Maybe you want to write your Congress people or something about this Emperor wannabe, thinking about how he's going to take voting away from the states. What are you going to do about that? You can think about that. It also can be a father figure. Do you have a father figure you want to connect with? Uh-oh. Sagittarius got the 5 of Cups. Yeah, the 5 of Cups. So this is a card about grief and loss, but you can see there are 3 cups on the side, but there are 2 cups behind the person. So if you're a Sagittarius and you've been feeling like a sense of any kind of grief or loss, remember the 2 cups behind yourself. Yeah. Remember the full cups. Watch out for just focusing on the empty cups and think about the full cups. Jupiter will move into Leo June 29th, and that will be a trine to all your Sagittarius placements. Yes, it will be. So there could be, some lift up coming if you've been experiencing some stuff. And now Saturn moving out of Pisces. So Saturn's been squaring any Sagittarius placements near the end of the sign. Saturn's at either 28 or 29 Pisces. Well, the 13th is going to leave Pisces. Leave Pisces for the next 29 years. So if there's been some grief, it'll be resolved. Yeah. And look at the cards. So Aries and Libra, signs that oppose each other. The Chariot, it's time to get going, take off, prepare for your journey and your journey of expansion and mastering. For Taurus and Scorpio, the King of Wands and the Emperor, these are both king type figures about, okay, now Pluto is squaring your placements in both of these signs. How are you going to, get going? And Uranus going direct and impacts both those signs because it's opposite Scorpio. And for Gemini and Sagittarius, these mutable signs where Saturn in Pisces is finishing up its work. Next Friday, it leaves Pisces, but you give yourself some strength, focus on your strength and your courage. And can you think about the cups that are filled rather than the cups that are empty? Or maybe you just need to grieve the empty cups. Maybe there is a reason and you just need to move through this time. Life has highs and lows. Yes, it does. For sure. Let me see if I want to say anything else about the 5. Yeah, regret. Do you have regret about something and that you're ready to leave behind? Or, yeah. And Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn, you got the 4 of Pentacles. This is a foundational card. But with the 4 of Pentacles, you want to think about, do you have a scarcity mindset? Are you hoarding too much stuff? Interesting. The 9 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. This could be about conserving your resources and finding the real joy. The real joy, cups are water, emotional. The real joy in life is not about buying things. It's about the connections you have with people and your inner emotions when you're doing something. I mean, a hug with if you have a little doggy, a hug with your doggy can be worth more than a diamond bracelet. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I want to say anything else about that. Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, if you work too much, Capricorn, this could be a call for you to, have some fun. Do something that brings enjoyment into your life. Yeah, there is lots to grieve over these days. Absolutely. 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 Especially for a Sagittarius who has a worldview that, can see the value in all different kinds of people, and the world is going into this like really hyper nationalism. You're part of my tribe or get out or whatever. Yeah. It can be very distressing for all of us. I mean, yeah. Yeah. But we also have to have some joy in life as well. Yes. Or they win. Yeah. Yeah, I love Sagittarius energy. Okay. Ooh. So Aquarius, Wheel of Fortune. Look at all of this. You've got all this energy in your sign, and you're getting ready to have a solar eclipse on February 17th at 28 Aquarius. And it's near the North Node, although the North Node's still in Pisces. So there is a potential for amplification with like new starts. What do you want to start new? Where is Aquarius in your chart? Is it your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign? And Uranus is in a square at the solar eclipse. So what boundaries are you going to break through to get to the next phase? Because the Wheel of Fortune is like a Jupiter card, and Jupiter rules abundance. Now, it can go up or down, but what are you going to do to put into action things that make like abundance and good luck and things come to you? And the Leo card is the High Priestess. So you know what you can do. Subconsciously what you can do to make some things be better in your life for sure. Okay. And last but not least, Pisces. Let's see. What do you get? Okay. The Eight of Cups. So sometimes you need to walk away from stuff, even though, and all you take is one and leave seven behind. So what do you need to walk away from that? It can be feelings of, I don't really want to go, but see how the person is moving towards the full moon. They're moving towards water and mountains and a full moon. They're moving to a better place, but they're leaving some stuff behind. This is like travel light. And so with the Five of Wands for Virgo and this for Pisces, I really think, what needs to be cut in order. This may be you need to just cut Netflix because they won't, what they did to Michelle Obama's Becoming. Yeah. But yeah, and like you'll just have to read a book. That's just the way it is. And let's see. And you will be more enriched in your life by reading a book. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this can also be themes of withdrawal and abandonment. So, yeah, just think about those things. Yes. Okay, if a couple people put their sun, moon, and rising, I'll do a couple of readings for what I see for you. Let's see. Did anyone put their sun, moon, and rising in here? Let's see. Not yet. Okay, Gemini sun and Aquarius rising. Me am cute. Gemini sun You got Strength and Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I like that. I don't know. I'm getting like strength training for you, like literal, like lifting some weights or doing some push-ups or something. Yeah. That might be like physical strength. Yeah. Gemini rising. Let's see. Did anybody... Oh, wait. Someone at the top put in something. Oop. Ah! Okay. D. Here is Leo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Scorpio rising. Okay. To be the Emperor, they're not... you can't please... Okay, I've got enough. To be the Emperor... Sometimes you have to make hard decisions where you need to let some things go. And intuitively, what do you know that you need to engage in healthy conflict in order to show some leadership and be on the right path? This may be about, I don't want to get into this. I want everybody to like me, but this boundary needs to be drawn. So think about that, Dee. Yeah. Okay. Valerie, Sun and Capricorn, Four of Pentacles, Leo rising, and Pisces moon. Okay. I don't know if there's something where it's conservatism. Do you need to be a little bit more conservative than you'd plan to be this year because of all the craziness that's going on? And it feels like you have a bit of loss. Like say you wanted to take 20 people to the Amazon River and blah, 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 blah. Well, people aren't necessarily going to want to leave the country if they're coming from the US because of all this insanity at the border and whatnot, and maybe you need to make some adjustments. That's just an example. But yeah, if there's something that, and you maybe intuitively know what it is, where you just need a little bit more conservatism, but it may be a little disappointing, like your goals, you have to be adjusted, but it is what it is. There are forces with Pluto and Aquarius, there's forces outside of our control where things are changing and we just have to adjust. Yeah. Okay, Anna, this is Cancer Sun. Love this, 9 of Cups, Libra Moon, and Virgo rising. Yeah, as you make your dreams come true and prepare for expansion, just be mindful about, just like I just said, how you communicate things, and you'll be just fine. But sometimes you need a little tension. Sometimes you need a little conflict to get where you're going. Yeah. Oh, Simeon, Sag Sun. Oh no, Sag rising. Wait, no, that's Sarah. Simeon, Sag Sun, Leo Moon, and Libra rising. Okay. I feel like this is like, okay, cry the tears. There's been some disappointment, but the High Priestess is your own oracle. What do you need to know? You know what you need to know in order to prepare for the next steps. So this is a good time to let go of what is no longer serving you, grieve the loss, but remember the 2 cups that you still have and move forward into preparing for the next thing. And I feel like this is Dust Yourself Off and Try Again. The song that's playing in my head is if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Yeah. Sorry, my nose is kind of running. Yeah. This High Priestess is really important because we all of us can be intuitive and we all have psychic abilities. Yes, we do. And you can think about that. And yeah, maybe think about the High Priestess. This is a big big story about your subconscious mind. And the full moon was in Leo and bringing the subconscious to the surface. So everyone who has Leo placements, what subconscious came to the surface for you? Yeah. And your higher powers. What is your superpower you can think about? Everyone has a superpower. Yes, they do. So think about that. And the real animal house. Double Sag stellium in the first house. And an Aquarius moon. Yeah, so 5 of Cups and Wheel of Fortune. So with you having Aquarius in the first house, there's probably a lot that's been falling away from your life with Pluto going through Aquarius, like things coming up to your conscious attention. Maybe you're letting a lot of it go intentionally, but sometimes things come up where we didn't want to let it go. I mean, with that Mars Pluto, I bet maybe someone was exposed to you and you're disappointed by them or something like that. And there's some feelings of loss and grief. And with the Wheel of Fortune, there's like themes of fate and karma and all that kind of stuff. And about how this is just a timing where Pluto is going through your first house. And Pluto like burns everything down to the studs in order to be rebuilt. And it can be a hard transit to go through because it brings up a lot of themes, which can even be, there can be power struggles, there can be themes of betrayal, there can be themes of humiliation and, just embarrassment. But after you get through a Pluto transit, you get a present. So keep going. You'll get through it. Yes. Hey, Wreck and Rally Rose, I hope that helped. It's just the timing, but you will feel empowered and more. And Aquarius, you're getting new starts with the solar eclipses and the North Node coming into your sign. Yes. Okay. Wreck and Rally Rose. Oh, Aries, the solar eclipse is on your birthday and you're an Aries moon. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So this is a big year for you. Yes. Yeah, come for a reading if you want to talk about your chart. So Wreck and Rally Rose is a Scorpio rising, Cancer sun. Ooh, and Sagittarius moon. Okay, Wreck and Rally Rose. So you said you had an injury and you left your previous job. I don't know. I'm getting something about charting your own destiny, like planning what are your next steps, and you may do something that scares yourself in order to make your dreams come true. And even if you have to go work for someone else, maybe at some point, I think you're a tattoo artist, if I remember correctly. Maybe there'll be something about you starting your own thing. Yeah, at some point. Yeah. So just think about that. If that's a dream, just start even sketching out your plans about how you want to move forward, how you want to do the next thing. A vision board, I think, with this 3 of Wands. What is your vision? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Alsace, no breaks. You're selling your childhood home, going back to school for a career in healthcare after AI. Well, we need healthcare workers. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, I better go. Sorry if I didn't get to you, but hopefully you can take the 3 cards and make your own story about what your next steps are going to be, what you need to understand, and all that good stuff. So I'll cross-post this on YouTube. Have a beautiful day and take good care of yourselves. Yes.